Good afternoon. I'm going to start now. Testing and evaluation in health. Facet number 5 to the Manifold Experience videos. Santa Rosa del Sur, 7 December 2022. Introduction. In this development of the school, I carry out to the application of immersion pedagogical practice that allow it to me an advance in a teacher learning process as a teacher in training. The institution I worked with the Técnica Comercial María Inmaculada located in Santa Rosa del Sur de Bolívar, 40 hours from the capital. There are approximately 39 students per classroom of 11 grades, aged between 15 and 80 years, divided between girls and boys. The institution being an a bit school are a student who has to go to the classroom to the English teacher, which allows the kind of activity break between class and the classroom is in an optimal condition for the learning process. It's equipped with a smart TV and dictionary for different activities that teachers do in the classroom. Objectives. Wait a minute. I don't know what happened. What is the objectives? So I need to do objectives. The principal objectives, the general objective is an strength and a student in the development of the teaching applied in a virtual and face-to-face learning environment by analyzing educational contents, theoretical concepts, and using tools that facilitate learning process teachings of English and foreign language. Specific objectives. Number one, provide tool and foreign language to improve the learning process. Number two, qualify a student in a foreign language to facilitate their learning process. And number three, design and implement assignment to allow the student to demonstrate efficacy and learning taking in account in accordance to different learning styles. Let's all right. Learning outcome. This learning outcome is the same to the general syllabus in this course. So, number one, identify various tips to testing and evaluation in English as foreign language through analysis different sources. Number two, design different kinds of tests to throw technology to children, adolescent or adult according to the needs to the educational cost. In this case, the testing and evaluation identify to adolescents because I working with a student the 11th grade. Number three, apply different tests to children, adolescent, or adult according needs of the educational context. In my case, the adolescents. Two. Number four, develop the practice the simulate situation in English language teaching and learning. And number five, supports the immersion process that was carried out during academic period through a videos. Nice. Let's continue. So, in this development of the immersion practice, I learned that success to the classes and within of the teacher of learning process is based in a good planning or plannings. Which the course include evaluation to design our design material, exam, test, archive, the result having is a parameter to the proper feedback for the implementation. Of course, the feedback is so important in the learning process, in the learning teaching process, because the teacher have to do the learning process was effective and successful. Let's continue. So that's wait a minute. Development animation practice. For the evaluation process within development of the practice, the teacher use different strategies. One the most representative is support the community ability in an speaking is the introduction a new vocabulary with sure and useful phrases and the beginning of a class. I think it's a magnificent and amazing strategy because the student always asks the teacher, what is the new vocabulary for today? And they are always interested about this process and practice your pronunciation and practice the communication with these simple phrases. And it was so cute for the learning process. Let's continue. So for the development writing and writing skill, she designed her own material and all of it collaborates learning. Also, during the practice activity before the standardized tests, we combined the student to observe their process and help correct possible mistake or errors. Finally, the ongoing always development of the vocabulary and formal evaluation were previously feedback. I really learning about this process because the teacher every time use the assessment and evaluation for improve the development teacher. And of course I think it's so important to the test and standard quiz because you have to have material and you have to know if your student understand everything in the class. Next, result. In relation to the path generated through development or activity for the training of a student, is a stand out how positive development of the workshop and the standardized dates generate great acceptance among the student who respond attentively and willingly to the strategic use. The implementation of educational strategy hosts a workshop, quizzes, test, exam, class activity, and didactic games constitute a valuable resource that allow with efficient learning process with a student will lead for the formation of more activity people and with the possibility to have better and graded store skill for foreign language. Like a way, it's always educational institution to become to favorite setting for development of a skill or teacher and training in a consolidation of my autonomy in and my skill. Finally, I have my conclusion. So, in this immersion practice process, always need to carry out an analysis to the important to evaluate in the teacher learning process of a student and to understand to the objective and emphasize skill and competence in foreign language, all of when they occur basic tool to the academic life and of course for the later for the work life. That's all. 10 very much. I finished.